Well, here we are in December 2023 for this edition of Robert Reads. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the work of Christina Rossetti, English poet. Christine Rossetti was born in December of 1830 in London, England. She was a member and youngest member of four siblings to a family that was intellectually stimulating and involved in the arts. Her father was an Italian poet. Her mother was of English-Italian descent, and they were all very active in the Victorian art and literary scene. Now, Rossetti's poetry itself can be characterized as exploring the themes of love, death, faith, and the complexities of human emotions. Her work is always characterized by its lyrical beauty, simplicity, obviously the influence of religion. Uh, Her spirituality did play a significant role in her life and her work. She was associated with the Anglo-Catholic movement in the Church of England, and she wrote religious poetry that reflected those beliefs. As a matter of fact, she was involved romantically with three men known in her lifetime, and yet she refused marriage proposals from them because they weren't willing to be part of her system of beliefs. Her most significant religious poem could probably be characterized by the hymn and poem that was known as In the Bleak Midwinter, often found in a lot of hymnals and sung during the Christmas period. Now, in terms of any literary output, a lot of her recognition by the literary community in the Victorian era probably started with the publication of Goblin Market and Other Poems. The poem itself, Goblin Market, is actually a fairly long poem. I believe it is her longest. And it was something that was quite significant in how it used allegory and metaphor to capture a lot of themes about life. Sadly, she passed away in December of 1894 due to death cancer. And her canon of work at that point was a little over 300 and some odd poems. And she continued, even after her death, to get a more well-known reputation as a significant Victorian poet. Over time, her poetry has continued to influence subsequent generations of poets, including myself, and it extends beyond her poetry. A lot of her poems were actually inspiration for the pre-Raphaelite brother movement, of which her brother Dante was a member, and influence on the art they created. We'll now move on to a reading of Christine Rossetti's Remember. The poem Remember by Christina Rossetti is a rather beautiful and melancholy sonnet, if you will. It reminds me a little bit of the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, and I borrowed some artwork as part of this reading. Remember me when I'm gone away, gone far away into the silent land, when you can no more hold me by the hand, nor I half turn to go, yet turning stay. Remember me when no more day by day you tell me of our future that you planned. Only remember me, you'll understand. It will be too late to counsel then or pray. Yet if you should forget me for a while, and afterwards remember, do not grieve. For if the darkness and corruption leave a vestige of the thoughts that once I had, better by far you should forget and smile, than that you should remember and be sad. Christina Rossetti, Remember. And that wraps the 2023 December edition of Robert Reads, where we studied a little bit about Christina Rossetti, the English poet, and had an opportunity to recite her poem, Remember. As I mentioned, obviously, in the notes, that she also was the author of In the Bleak Midwinter, which is a seasonal favorite this time of year for many Christian denominations. Well, however you're celebrating this year end, we hope it's beautiful and that you get to share in that season of light that we all do. We have some exciting plans for 2023 for Robert Reads, a lot of great selections, and also want to share that on December 9th, here at the Elberon Library, who I am deeply appreciative that allowed me to record here, that we are putting on a production of the Father Christmas Letters. These are a series of letters that were written by J.R.R. Tolkien to his children over a period of 20 to, I believe it was started in 1923 to 1943, and a lot of nice hints at his storytelling style. I think you'll enjoy the program. It starts at 6 p.m. again at the Elbron Library in Long Branch, New Jersey. And what's that? What do you, we think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, come see us then. December 9th, 6 p.m. Doors open. Show starts at 6:30, and you'll be able to hear a recital of the Father Christmas Letters. Happy 2023. We'll see you in 2024.